red sticker, you're cheering for Juan. If you have a blue sticker, you're cheering for Giselle. And if you have a green sticker, you're cheering for Manny. Now, please don't shout out the answers, because we want them to try and get the answers on their own. And they will be using their little icons here to let us know what their answer is. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started with the first question. And these are all Hispanic trivia questions. So when was the first time Hispanic heritage was celebrated in this country? So the answers are 1988, 1968, 1990, or 1970. Time's up. So we have a pretty even split across the board. And the correct answer is going to be, let's see what our panelists first. Can you guys raise your, can you pause that? You guys, that's going to go. We'll skip that question for now. We'll have to come back to it. But the correct answer for the previous question was Blue Diamond, 1968. Okay, so, sorry guys, we're going to skip that question. But Congress authorized then President Lyndon B. Johnson to declare National Hispanic Heritage Week for the week including the 15th and the 16th of September. Later in 1988, Congress extended the celebration to 1 month from September 15th and October 15th to October 15th. So the correct answer is Blue Diamond. So Giselle's team gets a point. So if you're on the blue team, you guys now have a woo! You are in the lead. Okay, so this question, we'll go ahead and have our panelists answer the question. Sorry, you all will not be able to answer this one, but the question is, Hispanic Heritage Month starts on September 15th based on Independence Day of which countries? We have Costa Rica, El Salvador, and Guatemala, Mexico, and Chile, or Honduras and Nicaragua, or all of the above. So hold up your answers. Okay, and the correct answer is green square, all of the above. September 15th was chosen as the start of Hispanic Heritage celebrations because it's the anniversary of the independence of 5 Latin American countries, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. Mexico and Chile also joined the list with their respective independence dates, September 15th and 18th. Awesome. Now we'll go to the next question. So all of you get to participate again. So what does the United States celebrate during Hispanic Heritage Month? Okay, so everyone voted for the culture and traditions of Hispanic American roots. So if our panelists can please raise their questions, that is correct. That is the correct answer. Green square. The culture and traditions of people with Hispanic American roots. The United States celebrated the culture and traditions of people with Spanish and Mexican roots and the Spanish-speaking peoples of the Central American, South American, and Caribbean regions. Awesome. So that's a point for every team member, for each one of our panelists. Let's go to the next question. So how large is the self-defined Hispanic population at present? Okay, can our panelists please show their answers? We got blue diamond, and yellow circle. And the audience thought 132 million. The correct answer is 58.9 million. According to the U.S. Census, the Hispanic population of the United States as of July 2017 was 58.9 million, altogether representing 18.1% of the total population. All right, so now, who is that? You got the points? All right, that was a point for Juan and Manny. Excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the next question. So how many states have a population of more than 1 million Hispanic residents?
Oh, that's good.
Alright, 2 seconds. Okay, if our panelists can please show their answers. So we have 2 yellow circles and a green square. Alright, so pretty even split with most being in the green square of 11. The correct answer is 10. According to the census, Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, and Texas all have a Hispanic population of more than 1 million in 2017. So yellow circle, that goes for Manny and Juan. Excellent. Okay, so Manny is in the lead. All right. So we still have 3 questions to go. So still can be anyone's game. So next one. As of 2016, Hispanic business owners reached in the U.S. I didn't let them know what the topic was beforehand, so they did not know answers to the Alright, so panelists, please show your answers. So we have 2 yellow and 1 blue diamond. The audience also following that, the yellow circle. So the correct answer is 3.3 million.
Oh.
So Hispanics perform well in all sectors of society, but they excel in the economic sector with the creation of small business. California, Florida, and Texas are the states with the most Hispanic business owners. All right, next question. Do you know how many Hispanics of various generations speak Spanish at home?
Not yet. I read it earlier.
Okay, if our panelists can please show their answers. Ooh, we even split from the audience and even split from our panelists.
Whoa.
So, the correct answer is 53 million. So the number of Hispanics over the age of 5 that speak Spanish at home is 53 million according to the U.S. Census. So no points for anyone. No one selected blue. All right, last question. The Hispanic population is projected to be one of the largest by 2016. That is our panelists can please show their answers. Got 2 blue diamonds and a yellow circle. So, according to projections, the Hispanic community will represent 28% of the total population, 119 million. Blue diamonds. So, Juan gets a point. I'm so sorry, everybody. Juan gets a point, Giselle gets a point. And that means that our red team and our green team are tied. So, I did not prepare for a tiebreaker. One moment, please. Okay, we will go ahead and go to the audience Q&A portion of today while I figure out a tiebreaker, and then we will figure out who gets to go. But thank you all for participating. Thank all of you for participating. So if anyone in the room has a question, go ahead and raise your hand so we can get you a microphone if you feel you need it. Okay.
So on the lobby, on the new learning system, there's already courses for languages.
Good. Yay.
So they're already there. Rosetta Stone, I say Rosetta. I've never used Rosetta Stone. I've different people that have used it with different levels of success. I know people that use Duolingo. I know that people that use different ones. But there's starter courses in the lobby that I've given to some of my team members that you should check out. And if not, I think that is a great thing that you should put in the team member survey. Everything, we're now on GTMS week, and I encourage everyone, when you have one of these things, to put it in, because they actually look at them and gets things resolved. And that's what I tell my team to do. If you have anything like that, is I would like to learn another language, somebody will listen. So that's my feedback.
Just to tie into that, we do get a discount for this through, I think it's the work perks.
Okay.
It's like a 25% discount.
It's pretty decent. It's a really good discount.
Then there's the cultural wizards through HWU courses that you can take as well.
I'm gonna write that down. Thanks. Cultural wizard.
That's good to know.
Well, I have a question. So you guys mentioned kind of the challenges, I don't need a mic on there, the challenges with working with Latin America and how it's different. What are some things that you guys put into practice or changed within yourselves to kind of be more proactive in that and like kind of addressing that challenge?
Well, I can speak to probably our entire team. All of our consultations in Latin America are 100% in Spanish. We know that our communication is 100% in Spanish to the team. If we have somebody on the, for example, chain email that speaks English, then we'll put the English translation, but we do business in their language, so make them feel comfortable.
And also be more face-to-face business with our owners and our hotels. So something that we see in Latin America is that you need to socialize more. You need to be, they still need to the handshake and the conversation one-on-one rather than to be too remote. So we need to address those issues and adjust them accordingly. But yeah, one big one is what Giselle mentioned, which is communication in general. We used to be only strictly English business communications to our hotels, and on the past few years, we have changed that to where we are sending emails in Spanish, and even though we may need to translate those later down the road.
And one thing that I'd like to add is, for example, webinars. Although we try to be face-to-face because our culture is more personal, but we can't get to every single hotel, so we'll do a lot of webinars in Spanish. We take all the questions in Spanish as well. And we're also doing some work on translating some of the Hilton University courses into Spanish for our sales.
And understanding the needs of our hotels and provide them more training opportunities in language. We just this year completed 3 sales workshops in Latin America. We did 2 revenue management courses in Latin America. We translated the Ahead and Gaining course for Hampton. That is going to continue to be used for other brands as well. And we are on the process now of translating a good number of documents. So continue to bring up resources and materials on their language so they can maximize it.
In 2013, when we used to open a Hampton or a Garden Inn franchise in Latin America, I'm talking about 2013, the GM and the DOS would fly to Memphis, Tennessee. No mas. It's like you're telling an owner, you're going to need to fly to Memphis. And they're like, first question is, where is Memphis? Right? How do I get there? And then you go, well, you go to Atlanta or you go to Dallas and you commute and you change it. It just didn't work, right? Like we could not keep on doing business that way. So now all of those trainings take place in a webinar, virtual. We host in each one of the countries in a hotel that it's currently flagged by us, those trainings, so we bring people together, and you don't have to have somebody from Bolivia or from Argentina traveling up to Memphis for a week course. So we've reduced costs for our owners, which means it's easier to do business with us. And that's something that we are working together on, how to be a little more friendlier and less owner expensive for owners to be a Hilton flag.
Awesome. And I do have a question from Facebook as well. I want to ask this question first so we get that. So from Facebook, how do you balance work and life being in your higher level roles? The comment was, we want to do it all and do it well, and it is a struggle at times.
I'll take it. I want to say that not only our roles, but hospitality is a lifestyle, right? It's ongoing. But I've learned to shut down my computer. That email is going to be there the next day. We're not doing surgeries. We're not saving lives in a hospital. Well, we're working in hotels, and when it's time to shut down, I try. I mean, Thrive looks different for every person. Thrive for somebody Thrive might look for somebody working on the weekends. That's not my Thrive. That's not my Thrive, but it looks different for different people. So having a work-life balance, learning how to shut down my computer has been very helpful. And there's times that I'll work on the weekends if there's a project, but that to me also is Thrive because I'm getting ahead on something. So it's just a life balancing everything. So I'm doing better at that.
It's definitely a work ethic, and those of you that are listening to this presentation and are working from home, like we do, you need to find out that work balance. You need to know how the office hours are, whatever works for you, but you need to close that office. You need to, whatever is that in your garage or your guest room or whatever that is, close that office and make sure that you dedicate time for your family. In my case, I'm a weekend warrior for my family. I'm traveling Monday to Friday most of the time, but when that Friday afternoon comes in, wherever I may be in the Latin America world, I'm back home with my family until the next Monday. And I'm trying to incorporate, one of the things that I do with my wife every now and then when we have the opportunity, we go. I'll bring her up with me on a weekend. She actually meets me where I am. Giselle does the same. She meets me on the country that I am, and then we take opportunity to do some sightseeing and get to know a little bit more. And then she feels a little bit of the perks of that I have of having to travel to these places in Latin America. So it's working that balance. That what makes you a wholer person with your family.
One thing I want to share also, I recently started working from home, and I think it's harder to shut down my computer when you work from home, because at least when I was in the Memphis office, I shut down and I don't open until next day. So I'm having now to have more discipline in shutting down my computer. So an example for what you just said, I was in Mexico doing a development for American is gringo as they come. He met me in Mexico on Wednesday, and we stayed till Thursday, and he enjoyed it. And he's like, I cannot believe you do this for work. I mean, we travel, and it's fun. And I know this is kind of cheesy what I'm going to say, but the day you find a job that you love, you don't work a day in your life. That's a famous saying, and truly it is for me. It is true for me. And Robert, my husband, he couldn't believe what he was doing last week with us. It's fun.
I take December off. I not the whole month, don't tell anyone, but I disconnect and I go home. And for Thrive means different things to different people. To me, for me, thriving is working. I love working.
I did, okay.
But I usually come the 15th of December. Don't look for me in the office in McLean because I'm not going to be there. I will be in Spain with my family, trying to make sure that my friends still call me when I'm there. Spending time with my family. I still respond to every single email every day, and there's no email that gets does not get reply from me, even if I'm home. But I do that in August, and I do that during the holidays in December, because our region dies down. I mean, if anybody tells you there's something very urgent from the 15th of December onwards in Latin America, they're lying. The registry is closed. Nobody's picking up the phone. There's no hotel opening, so that doesn't happen unless there must be like something going on if that happens. So I take that time, and you pick and choose your battles, right? And then that is the battle I've chosen, and it works for me. But it's difficult in the lifestyle, and because of these evil devices, it's more difficult to disconnect as leaders. But
Question in the back?
Yeah, I just had a quick question because I know you guys talked about some of the challenges you face
So the opportunity, it depends, the opportunity.
If you don't mind, can we just rephrase the question really quickly for our audience, over our virtual audience?
So the question was, the international hotels open with the Opera database versus the R&I system that we use here in the US hotels for Hilton. So the question was, are the new hotels that are opening in Latin America going to be based with Opera or R&I?
So it's a tricky question, it depends what country. There's only certain countries in Latin America that we can operate with OnQ, those being Mexico, Costa Rica, and the Caribbean, and Peru. So the rest of the hotels are in Opera. So we've done a diligent job in training ourselves in Opera. Jessica is very familiar with Opera. One of our Hilton leadership team, aka advice team members, is going down to Colombia this month to train in Opera, so we can learn and be able to support them. Opera does a good job with interfacing with our systems. The one thing is that I find it sometimes hard is that it might be, our systems might be a little bit out of balance, so we have to go into R&I and then rebalance the system again. But Opera is mostly for Latin America. Will it change? I don't know.
It's a necessary evil. Okay, right now definitely it's a necessary evil till we get to the new evolution of HomeQ. We hope, and I keep my fingers crossed, that it's gonna be soon. The main reason that we have Opera is fiscal requirements of the countries that we're in. Okay, that's it. It's the fiscal requirement. Be able to handle all the amount of zeros that comes after that money exchange rate. And let's face it, our OnQ system was designed for US, for a steady financial system that doesn't really transpire well in many of these countries. So we needed to find out a way to continue to do business in Latin America, and the best thing was getting our commercial partner with Opera, and of course part of Oracle. But it has the challenges. It has challenges of connectivity. It has the challenges that we are depending on a third party. It's not Hilton handling the same way that handles OnQ. It's actually Oracle handling the system. But till we actually go to the next evolution of OnQ, Opera is here to stay.
Okay, so I have a tiebreaker question. Do we have any last questions from the audience? Okay, we'll go to our tiebreaker question. So this is for Manny and for Juan. So it's not going to show up on the screen. It's going to be verbal. Okay, so where do Hispanics trace their roots to? Your option A, for if you believe it's A, or the red triangle. The options are Spain, Africa, and Americas. A blue diamond would be England, Africa, elsewhere in Europe. The yellow circle would be Portugal, Africa, and the Americas. And the green would be Latin America.
Hope you got more than one question.
Yeah.
Oh wait, okay, well you guys can't answer the same. Well,
I'm trying to think of a question.
just kidding. We can't see the answer, so. We'll have to revisit that topic, but I don't know what the correct answer is, I'm sorry, I asked that question. We're gonna paper, rock, scissors, as friends, just so kindly recommended.
What if we add the two teams and then just raffle them on?
Yeah, actually, that's fair. We're gonna go ahead and add both teams. So, we have Teresa here handing out some numbers. So, if you will please, if you have a red or a green sticker, show her and she will hand you a raffle ticket.
You see, we gave you more
There you
chances
go.
Like the Powerball, 540 million.
We gave you more chances to win, there you go.
300 million.
So, I will figure out that answer and send that your way, because now
Right
I
here.
want to know too. So as that's going around, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up today's panel discussion. And on behalf of Nicholas and myself, we do want to thank you all for joining us today. I hope you all enjoyed the questions as well as all of our answers from our wonderful panelists. And I'll let them kind of give their closing remarks, and then we'll raffle off that last prize, and then we will call it a day.
No, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for taking the time off on a Friday to come here, and to our teams that are digitally, hello, seeing us from home. Thank you for all you do every day on behalf of the company and also Caribbean and Latin America. Thanks for spending the time watching this webinar, following us on Facebook. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate that you actually took the interest in getting to know more about Latin America. Again, our emails are open, so if you have any questions or anything that you want to shoot us a note, very easy to find us, and hopefully we can get a response to you as soon as possible. But thank you for taking the time.
And I echo what Juan is saying. If you guys ever want to shadow any, and I'm opening out for our team, please let us know. We're happy to have people join in our meetings, or if you guys can travel with us to see what we do, it means the world to us, and we open those doors for you. Thank you to the remote team members, and thank you for everything you guys do, not only for our hotels in Latin America, but for all of our hotels worldwide. Thank you.
Yeah, and for me, very proud to be here. Thank you for inviting us. It's always a pleasure to be part of these events, and also to be able to bring the importance that our region, that our heritage, that our culture has. So looking forward to continue to do this with you guys, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
And I would just like to give one more thank you to all of our volunteers and everyone who helped put this event together. Thank you from the team, HRCC team, that helped connect all of our remote team members. That was a fantastic way to get some more people involved in today's discussion. Thank you so much to Nicholas for helping with today's event. And we will go ahead and raffle off 2 prizes since we have 2 winning teams. So Manny, you can select one. Oh, okay, so Giselle's going to select both. Let's see. So the first one is number 6. 6, we have a number 6. Okay, so if you'll come talk to me afterwards, we'll get you set up. And our next, number 9. There you go. Yes. All right, guys, thank you all so much. Please take some food on your way out. Come greet and introduce yourselves to our panelists. They'll be here for a moment. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, folks. Take care. See you next time.
Gracias. Thank you for everything you guys do for us.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Bye. Thank you
Bye.
so
Thank you for
much.
joining us.
Nice to meet you. Take care. Thanks. Everything that I can.